Hi, I'm Peter,
And I'm Katmia,
and we've got a mouthful of Myconites.
the Mega Sour Edition. We're preparing for Halloween.
Welcome to the This and That Chat.
Wait, you didn't say welcome.
I just did.
Oh my god.
The sour was too much for me. Sorry for the chewing.
Sorry, pulling away from the mic.
They're very sour.
Sour candy is my favorite candy in the world. Okay, but I've heard, maybe you can confirm this or not, there's something I think called lemon head. Have you heard of that? A candy called lemon head?
Yes.
But, so I've never tried it because I was told that it's a hard candy. That, like, if it's a hard candy that's sour, that's not for me. I don't have, like, the strength in my teeth of youth when I used to
You're not
chew on
supposed to
ice.
munch on it.
What are you supposed to do?
You suck on it.
Yeah, but after a while, you want to bite down.
Your lips are smacking so much. You're like...
Sorry. Sorry, I won't eat anymore. But
It forces you, though, because it creates that, like...
peanut butter?
Yeah.
That's why I was telling you, the more you put in your mouth, the better it is.
Yeah.
You can't even talk, and it's just like, oh, I love this sour. I love whatever it does. I feel like it constricts your skin and like in your tongue, and it's just like it seems to like shrivel with the sourness of
But
it.
it's no good if you're doing a podcast.
Well, maybe it sounds funny, but also it sounds echoey, right? Right? Like haunted. Does it really sound echoey?
There's a little
And
bit
that
of
is why, because we said did we already say we were going to turn this room into a movie room?
Mm-hmm.
And so slowly but surely, we have started by starting to empty out things that are no longer going to be in this room. The more we take out,
starting with a couch that we drove up to
Mike's house
in Orlando.
Yes. Unfortunately, their couch broke. And the moment I heard that him and Tati were on the floor, I just couldn't take it. I could not imagine him being on the floor, sitting on cushions, because they had no couch, because their couch broke. And it was already a very used couch, so...
They like Japanese culture. They sit on the floor.
Nah, no, I'm not for that. And I don't think that they're that much into it. They don't eat on the floor, babe. Or sleep on the floor.
Close enough.
Nah. I never did understand that, though. I feel... Wait, what? What's wrong?
I ate the last couple pieces that I had. And I feel like my mouth is like glued together.
Yeah, and then you gotta like really like work on getting it out. So...
And I'm trying not to like...
Smack too much?
Munch in the mic, but I'm almost out.
Well, I was going to say something, and then you distracted me with what you said. But, I mean, this is where I wish I could, like, pause it for a minute and just rewind for a second, right? And then listen to myself.
You said this before.
I've said this already before? Dang. Well, did I also say that I wanted that in real life?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, click.
Except he didn't rewind. He just pressed the forward button.
Yes, but he had the option to rewind.
I guess. I don't even know if he
Why
could.
didn't he just rewind?
Because then there wouldn't be a movie, babe. I don't think he could rewind. I don't know. We're going to have to watch the movie then and determine that. But Halloween candy this year, I feel, is a little scarce. I've been the one who's doing the shopping for it. And normally, how many bags of candy do we have?
Like 10 of the big ones?
10, and I've stretched it to 12 just to have 2 emergency ones. This year, we only have 6.
Halloween's going to be done early.
You know, so I was
Well,
thinking...
we don't know. Last year,
but last year was the pandemic. This year I've heard that even from the top, they're saying it's okay for you to go trick or treating. So I kind of am expecting it's going to be even busier than before because people want to get out and do something. So maybe even more people who usually wouldn't go out are going to go out. So I'm expecting it to be more busy. So I'm thinking probably we have to ration it out to like 3 candies a bucket.
That's
No,
okay.
last time we were grabbing like handfuls.
And at the end, remember,
We were dumping into
dumping.
people's
We were like,
bags.
you're lucky that you're one of the last ones. And I think it's going to be early this year because it does land on a Sunday.
So you're saying because of the school night?
Yeah, school next week.
You know, I feel so out of ooh.
All that is really loud.
Damn. Oh, it was really loud.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, people. I'm really out of the loop with what's going on with school now that our kids are not in school anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if it's like a teacher work day the next day and they're going to do that so that the kids are not like all... Do you know how horrible it's going to be for the teachers?
All these kids hyped up on the sugar.
Oh my gosh. And you know they're sneaking it into their bag to go trade with their friends probably. So, yeah.
All that's in here. We need to stop eating candy.
Good.
They're just going to shut us off. They're going to be like,
Okay.
these people are just munching.
Top 3 favorite candies, not including chocolate.
Top 3 favorite, not including... You need to stop munching.
Sorry.
It's so bad. It's really loud. Top 3 candies. I don't know. I don't have the candy that I like to.
Don't you have like a self-proclaimed sweet tooth?
Yes, but not for candy. Like I like. It would be like more like, I don't know. Like desserts, sweet tooth, flan, cheese flan, cheesecake, freshly made donuts. Like those, that's the stuff that I like. Cake, I can do certain types of cake.
How are we talking about cake when we were talking about candy?
Because you said to go top 3, and you keep putting candy in your mouth. Stop.
I had my hands already.
Stop.
That's it. I'm
You're
done.
getting scolded on the
Sorry.
chat. Stop putting candy in your mouth.
Okay.
No, can't, because we were talking about candy, and you asked me what my top 3 were. And then you said, "Aren't you self-proclaimed sweet tooth?" I can't believe I'm doing your rewind.
Stop.
I
know what I said.
You just tricked me into doing your own rewind that you just requested for. What the heck is going on here?
I don't know. Okay.
So candy wise, no, I'm a Snickers.
I said except chocolate.
I know, but that's what I'm
so
saying.
the thing is, what you're
Candy-wise,
saying is chocolate is your thing.
no. Candy wise, it would be like a Snickers. I mean, not too much of it, because it's a little bit too much. But
So, okay, I don't know why we've never had this conversation before. I guess I assumed, right? But when the kids would bring home their Halloween candy bags, there was certain specific candies that I was looking for that I wanted for myself. You don't have, what you're saying is you don't have a candy. You could just eat any candy that calls your attention.
Yeah,
there isn't like,
I just
I'm
look-
looking for...
no, I'll look for the Snickers. I'll look for the Butterfingers because I like the peanut butter. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, what are the ones that are like the little red bars? They're like
Twizzlers?
no.
Licorice?
No. Bars.
Oh,
Not
Kit Kat?
No. The one that is, it's like a dark red, and it has like, it's kind of like a crisp. What's it called? What's okay, there's the original blue one.
I think I actually just ate one that Nikki brought home.
There's an original, the Crunch Bars. It's like the knockoff Crunch Bar.
I think I actually just had that.
I like the knockoff Crunch Bar better than the Crunch Bar,
Wow.
and they have an
Okay.
almond one too.
I mean, I wonder, people who listen to our chat, right? Are they thinking, what's my favorite candy as well, right? Do they even think, I wonder what kind of candy somebody likes? Like, I don't feel people measure you by what kind of candy a person likes. That is just
Why would anybody measure you by like look at you and be like, oh, they're fancy.
right.
They
Okay.
only eat the Ferrero Rocher.
Well, yes, so that's what I'm thinking, right? But I feel like candy is not one of those bars that people use to measure. I think if they see you drinking Vita water, you see somebody drinking that kind of water, you're like, oh, you're one of them. I don't even know what them is. Okay. I just figure it's people who like vitamin water. To me, I have like very sensitive taste buds, and water tastes funny to me. So, what is the most gross water?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I just drink water.
But
I don't
see,
like Zephyr
so I
Hills.
feel like you don't like Zephyr Hills. Zephyr Hills is the
I
best.
don't like Zephyr Hills.
Okay, I would rate the Zephyr Hills. It definitely top 3. I don't know if it's top like number 1 for me.
If I bring it, if anyone
But yes,
purchases,
it's very close. I think
Listen.
actually it might be number 1 for me.
if anyone brings Zephyr Hills for us to drink water, they literally throw it away. I've caught them doing it.
Oh my god, and it's so expensive too.
Yep. One of my guys liked Zephyr Hills, and when it was his turn to buy water, he went and bought a pack of Zephyr Hills. And I literally caught my guys like washing their hands with half of the bottle because they couldn't down it. They couldn't drink it.
I thought you
And
just
and
drank
hold on,
water.
And I'm with them.
Wow, so
We
for
just
me,
drink-
the worst water, Dasani.
It's
Dasani
purified
has
water.
Okay, I mean
As long as
that
it's-
this water here says purified water, Niagara.
Yes, I know.
And
as
Niagara
long,
is, wait, is it Niagara? Yeah, it is
yes,
Niagara.
As long
I'm just making sure I'm not.
as it's
reading.
purified water, we'll drink it.
I think Zephyr Hills is purified water.
It is not. It's spring water.
Oh,
It has a different taste.
okay.
It has a different
But
taste.
this, so anyway, Aquafina, right? So I just feel like I
Wait,
feel.
you said Dasani.
Oh,
Now
no,
you're
no,
saying
no, no, no.
Aquafina.
Yeah. Aquafina is one of the in-betweens. I don't really like it, but I'll have it. Like when we're at an airport and you go get water and it's just Aquafina, it's like, okay, fine, if I have to,
Well, there's nothing else, so
Correct.
it's either that or dehydrate.
But it's an interesting thing how we have changed, I feel, over the years. Where before I would have gone, and I don't know if it's like where we lived or if something's changed in the water, okay? But before, if we were at I don't know, Subway, right? Instead of buying a drink, I would just say, hey, can I have a little cup for water? And I would just drink whatever water comes out of the soda machine. We did that all the time.
It's because you've become fancy.
Stop it.
You're fancy.
I think the water tastes different now. There are some restaurants here that I cannot drink their water, even with lemon. I can't. There is a weird taste to the water, and you're kind of stuck asking for bottled water. To me, that is so weird to go through a drive-through at Panera and then ask them, oh, can I buy water from you as well? It's so weird. But I can't take just a cup of water. So if people just joined us right now, and no, because they wouldn't be doing that because there's no commercial breaks, but if they walked away and they're just walking in now, I think like people have to be confused. What are we discussing today?
do you
Taste
know-
buds.
Do you know that a podcast doesn't work that way?
I walk away from my podcasts.
Yes, but you've been hearing it from the beginning.
Yeah, but with us, like, do I actually stay on target on a subject from the beginning that someone could say, oh, yeah, I know exactly what this podcast is going to be about? I worry for the people who just recently told us, oh, I just found your podcast. I can't wait to hear you. And I'm thinking, how do you warn them? Like,
It's like-
how do you warn them? I'm sorry for what you're about to experience, but
This episode is a train wreck, and we're only 15.
stop. If you're
15
looking at the
minutes
clock
in.
already.
We're 15 minutes in, and it's a train wreck.
Well, so
Okay,
let's backtrack a little bit, okay? Let's
Okay.
backtrack a little bit and talk about there was no episode last week.
There wasn't an episode last
There
week.
wasn't, and I actually had to. I wanted to record.
I know, but because we were in Orlando,
That's what
and-
happened.
yeah.
We went
So-
to go see Mike.
so that ended up being a little bit more of a last minute kind of thing because we
No, that's
pushed
the whole
it.
reason why we bought the truck.
We pushed it a week, and it was like we just went back and forth with it, and we ended up going. We were supposed to come back earlier.
Wait, did we talk about going to see them?
No.
We haven't. Oh, yay! That's what we should
taste
do.
buds.
Huh?
Taste buds, because we ended up trying some new food.
Yes. You see how it? I knew it was all going to tie in. The
You're a
universe.
you're a genius.
Yeah, I know.
You're a fancy genius.
I like how you say fancy.
Fancy. What was I saying? Oh, so we ended up coming back on Sunday later.
Yeah.
than
and
what we had expected.
Exhausted.
Yeah, we crashed hard.
We had the best nap though.
It was.
And then we woke up and it was like dinner time and there was no energy for recording.
Nope, not at
But
all.
this is the wonderful thing about it, again, where I feel like, our aim and our goal is not to be I feel like when you're monetized or when you're sponsored or when you're doing this
Right,
as a living.
you're forced.
Right. You have to adhere to a schedule and put out content and all that stuff. And for the people who have time to do that, that's awesome. But for us.
And for the people who listen to us every single week, we're sorry that we missed you last week, but we're here again.
We're here again. And that's the thing. It's like, for sure, to everyone who's listening, for sure, the day that it's time to put the this and that chat to bed, we're going to say goodbye.
Yes.
There is going to be a goodbye episode,
For sure.
And
maybe what we'll do is we'll throw a couple of bonus episodes in so that we can give them back.
And who knows when that's going to be, because I just feel like, yeah, it's the thing I look forward to. So,
Especially coming out, like, we're in November. I know there's still a week left, like this week left of October, but it's November. Like, that's it.
and we started this in March.
Something
I don't
like that.
remember when we started.
We're 30, there's 31 episodes in. So, yeah, we're chugging right along. So,
And it's something we definitely look forward to.
Mhm.
That's the thing. I love that it's our dedicated time, to have conversations on the fly.
yes.
So, when we went to go visit Mike,
Taste buds, go.
right? When we went to go visit Mike, I had never been to a Vietnamese restaurant.
Try that again.
A Vietnamese restaurant.
Try that again.
No. What are you saying? You're messing me up on
It's
purpose.
Vietnamese.
What did I say?
Vietnamese.
No, I didn't say.
Yes.
I said, no, hold on. Because now you're messing me up. Okay? I said Vietnamese.
Now you said
No,
Vietnamese.
you have to rewind. That's what I said from
You
the
said
beginning.
Vietnamese.
No, I don't think I said that.
Yes, twice.
I don't think so.
Yes. So in case you missed it the first time,
Vietnamese.
we're 18 minutes in. We'll check it afterwards.
Okay.
But you said Vietnamese twice.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes.
Well, that was just an
Yeah, it's
error.
Vietnamese.
Computing error. I had never had that before, even though
Had what?
Vietnamese.
Okay, there you go.
I don't think I said it wrong.
I'm
I think
telling
you're
you.
trying to trip me up.
No.
But some time ago, probably a couple years ago, I think, there was a restaurant that opened up. Remember Five Spice?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we did walk in there once, and we walked right out.
Yes.
We looked at the menu. We did not understand anything on the menu. I was expecting to see, I don't know, I guess,
At least some staple stuff that we would understand.
right. But again, we'd never had that cuisine before. We've had Thai, I don't really feel like we've had Japanese really. More like sushi on the sushi side, but not food. So we walked in, walked out, and it was kind of disappointing because the restaurant looks nice, right?
Yep.
So when we went up there,
Not to mention part of the factor of it was too that we saw the prices, and we were like, "This is a huge gamble to pay
right,
this much money for something that we don't understand."
know, and what if we don't like it, right? So Tati has Asian influence in her family, and so in her cooking and all that stuff. So she is an expert, really, when it comes to Asian cuisine. So I did something that I rarely ever do, and it's like totally put myself in somebody's hands and say, just gonna trust you. Tell me what to order, how to order it, and I'm gonna eat it like that. That was huge gamble. These are the moments in my life where I tell you I feel like I put on a blindfold and I cross a busy intersection, and we're just gonna make it across and hope for the best. Hopefully I don't get run over. Okay. I feel like that's one of those moments in my life. And so she tells me, okay, order it with steak. The guy says, sorry, we don't have steak. She said, do pork. I would never have chosen to do pork straight away. My choice would have been chicken because chicken's the safer option. But she said, trust me, do it with pork. I said, sir, do it with pork. Okay. And so what I ordered was a noodle bowl, right? So anybody who's had this before, a noodle bowl, and then you choose your protein and then you just pretty much stuff it with vegetables, and then they put fish sauce on it, and voila, all right? And it's rice noodles. So I think she called them vermicelli noodles or vermicelli bowls, something like that. So she says, oh, you have to do the fish sauce. And to me, the idea of fish sauce is gross. Okay.
And we tried it
Eel
with something.
sauce. Fish sauce, huh?
We did fish sauce for something. We needed to use, but it was pure. We hadn't.
Oh, you're right.
I don't remember what it was
You're
that
right.
we made.
I think I was making a recipe and it called
And
for
I tried it.
Smells terrible. Yeah. Right, but so then it's like, okay, I'm trusting. And they bring us out this bowl. And oh my God, I wish that bowl would have been twice its size. And I literally got up to their herb bar to even get more bean sprouts and more cilantro and more onions and all that stuff and just put it in there because it was just so unbelievably amazing. The pork was absolutely amazing. So tender, so well seasoned and marinated. It was so good. And she told me if you had chosen chicken's too dry for a dish like this. You wouldn't have really liked it. And I was like, it paid off for me, to trust somebody who actually knew the cuisine to say, this is how it's going to taste the best. And then on the other hand, you kind of were like, because I was excited to come home and say, let's go to Five Spice now. I'm ready to go order my bowl.
Yes, but I think it may have also been what I ordered.
Yeah, but you wouldn't like the bowl.
I don't know. Maybe I would have.
Mike
told me that I would have.
But you would only have protein and noodles?
The way Mike eats it.
No, he had stuff.
Not very much.
Well, a little bit, because yeah.
So Tati tells me to try the banh mi, which is like a sub.
Uh-huh.
And I spent the entire meal searching for
a sauce.
A sauce.
That's right.
Because it was missing something. It just felt dry to me. So at the end, I just ended up just pouring everything that I could find into it, and I got a little bit of a taste to it. But I felt that it was dry. To me, it was missing something. But I will tell you, those pork rolls were so amazing.
They had just the right amount of spice.
The way that they were seasoned,
Wow.
I could have eaten 20 of them. I think I ate 3.
So, and they were spring rolls.
Yep.
With pork.
It was just so good. And the sauce that it had, Like
So that's called knock num sauce.
and I tried pouring that in the banh mi, and it did not work either.
But anyway, it was so good. And, you know, I was thinking about how with COVID, right? My family, they all experienced them losing their sense of smell, right? Which they translated as losing their sense of taste. But a lot of people don't realize that your taste buds, like some people have actually lost their sense of taste and their sense of smell, but some people only lost their sense of smell. For a lot of people in my family, that's what they lost, was their sense of smell. Because with taste, you taste four things. You taste sweet, sour, bitter, and salty. Okay? So if you can taste that while you have COVID, you have not lost your sense of taste. But because you don't have your sense of smell, you can't taste flavor. Okay, which is something that people don't realize, right? So, just talking about the taste buds, right? I was just thinking about how amazing our experience with food is when the senses are working together. You know,
Well,
because
hold on. There's another part to that, though.
I know I was going to get to my other part of that, but what's your other part of that?
The other part is that it's properly seasoned.
Correct, because that's what I was going to say. I have had people's food like this, they cook this, and either in a restaurant or in a home. This has happened to us in both places where you taste it and it's absolutely bland. And so I wonder, people have to have, I guess, a certain, not only different palates, but a certain tolerance for flavorful food, and some other people prefer a more bland taste, and that's why that's what they put out.
Right, but like for example, right, so what they call white people food is just salt and pepper.
Is it though? Because is that our understanding of what a stereotypical?
That's what I'm saying. They say, oh no, white people food is just salt and pepper. Okay, I have done seasoning on ribs and chicken where it's just salt and pepper.
Well, I think they use garlic powder as well.
And garlic powder, right? But I'm saying like
it's like the SPG.
It's very, very
Wait, what?
Salt, pepper, and garlic.
Okay.
It's so simple.
Okay. Just making sure.
It's so simple, but it gives good flavor, right? If you just throw a little pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper and it comes out bland, the problem wasn't the fact that you used salt and pepper, right? It was the fact that you didn't season it properly.
It was right. Correct. That's a great point to make, actually.
So like pork, for example, right? So Spanish food, right? Hispanic, Cuban food. We do Latin food, right? We do a lot of pork. The amount of salt.
Not in our house. Well, just saying.
The amount of salt that you need to put on pork is exaggerated.
And see, that's something that I feel like you and I have always, maybe that's why I haven't cooked pork so much either, that's, I think, another component. I don't feel confident in seasoning pork. When you season pork, I feel like it's, whoa, that's going to be super salty.
And it doesn't come out salty.
And it doesn't come out like that.
Because
I don't feel like I could do that.
Yeah, that type of meat requires for it to be salted that way. It's the way that you pull the flavor out on it, right? And then you look at famous, chefs like Ramsay. Ramsay is like salt and pepper. Like, that's it.
Right, but doesn't he always make a sauce?
Right, he adds something to it to enhance it.
Right, so I feel like we don't really cook with sauces. I feel like if I make a sauce, it's going to be my chimney sauce, which I do with my chicken, right?
Right.
And it's a specific kind of chicken that I do chimney sauce with. And whenever we use barbecue.
Okay.
But we don't even use I feel like there's sometimes where you're just in the mood for steak sauce that you have steak sauce, but steak sauce is not something that we use.
But I don't like steak sauce.
I do.
I think it takes away from the steak. Last night, did you use steak sauce?
No.
You didn't.
I was going to, and then
But
I
that steak
decided
was
not
bomb.
to. No, there wasn't enough of it to be able to actually get to the sauce.
What are you talking
I was
about?
sampling it, then I was going to put sauce, and then when I looked at my plate, it was empty.
That's not my fault that you ate half of a cow and didn't realize it.
It has been a long time
Yes.
since we've made
Well,
steak
we haven't
at
been
home.
able to find.
Exactly.
So, and I used salt and pepper. That's it. That was the only thing that I put on there. Put a little bit of olive oil just to help bind the salt and pepper.
But also, though, I know that that's what you've done, and I feel like you've really taught me about how to like enjoy the flavor of the meat, the one the meat's bringing forward. But there's nothing wrong with making a really delicious marinade for a steak and cooking it like that either.
I don't disagree with you, but my preference is to have that full taste. Like today, I'm doing the chicken on the smoker, and which we're
Where are
waiting.
we at? Where are we at?
152 degrees.
We need to wrap it up.
No, we don't.
I'm sorry, people. I'm hungry.
We don't. It's to have a while. So, I just used the salt. It's a salt and pepper,
Garlic mix.
garlic mix, whatever, and then I just put it on there. And even you, when I was putting it on there, you're like, "Do you put that much on there?" And I'm like, "Yes, you have to, because otherwise."
Yes, I feel like you
it
season
misses-
aggressively.
You have to season aggressively,
And I
'Cause
rely
otherwise it's
more
bland.
on, huh?
otherwise it's bland.
Yeah, and maybe it's because so my food is not bland though,
No,
but I don't.
but
I use a lot of different things,
Right.
so I'm like putting a little bit of this and a little bit of
you
that.
if you would take all of the seasonings that you use and put them in a bowl and measure it to the amount of seasoning that I put, it's probably equal.
It is
It's
right.
just
Different.
you put more than,
Right.
than I like to do it simple. But what I'm cooking doesn't require for that. When I make the Mexican pasta, I use a lot of different seasonings. By the way, Mexican pasta, it's fajita chicken, right? Make the fajita chicken with onions and peppers. Put in the green mole sauce.
No, it's
or
salsa verde.
Put that in there. Cook that up real good. Then you get
Bow tie pasta.
Bow tie pasta. And you cut up cheese. Mix everything together.
Mozzarella cheese. You're not being specific
mozzarella.
into blocks or like edible squares.
Yes. Okay. And then
Why are you talking about food?
And then I like to top it off with Alfredo. And you like to top it
Right,
off
because
with
we toss it
red
all in.
sauce.
Yes. Bertolli's.
Yes.
Garlic and tomato sauce. Normally I
So-
make my own tomato sauce, but just for that pasta, I buy the Bertolli sauce.
So this recipe for this was born out of someone else's attempt to make something similar. And then I just took it and accelerated it.
Who?
When I worked at Bed Bath & Beyond,
Really?
So
I
she-
thought this was just your own invention because you like to invent stuff sometimes.
well, she brought, on the day that she brought pasta with red sauce.
Okay.
And then she had leftover fajita chicken. And she's like, I just threw it in there together. And I was like, wait a second. This actually works. I have a great idea. I think I made it the same day. Or a
Maybe.
couple days after.
You came and you were like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And then it was born. And the children requested.
I mean, it's amazing.
It's so good.
Really is
and it's
amazing.
so filling.
Of course, it's pasta, babe.
Pasta and chicken and cheese and peppers and onions. And we are way too hungry to be doing this right now.
Dang it. I feel like we've been hungry for a couple days. We had two.
And we woke up this morning with
Oh my gosh.
the most insane amount of hunger. We ate a lot of food for breakfast.
No, we did not. It's our usual. We had 2 empanadas and a cup of coffee.
And a piece of bread.
Okay, a toast.
And a tequeño.
No, I did not have that.
I did. And
You know what a big breakfast is? You know what I was imagining
and
for
a
breakfast
pastelito.
today? You ate that?
Oh,
I didn't
yes.
get to have mine.
They're sitting on the counter.
Wow.
You have 2 of them now. You can
It's
have
not
one
the
tomorrow
same.
morning.
I'm going to have one right now. Anyway. Do you see?
You
like
lost your train of thought.
Completely, because I'm hungry.
Go back. Go back to where you were.
One of the 2 most important things that Blue's Clues taught us.
Yes. The other?
What is the other, hun?
Here's the mail, it never
No,
fails.
babe.
The solar system.
The solar system. I always
Anyways.
loved Blue's Clues.
So,
What I wanted for breakfast, now I remember.
okay.
I wanted steak and eggs
Today,
and grits.
we had steak last night.
But a breakfast steak.
Oh my goodness. A breakfast steak.
Do you know how terrible it is to watch commercials, TV, when you're hungry? And then they just happen to, like, really zoom in on the juiciest steak, the most
We've talked about
perfectly...
this.
We have?
Yes. All that stuff is prop food. You can't eat any of that.
What are you talking about? The moment it was being
The
filmed, it was
commercial?
edible.
No.
What are you talking about?
It's all fake.
What do you mean it's fake?
Like any steaks or any of that kind of stuff, it's all artificial smoke that's being put in behind it, or it's all fake.
You're telling me that that's a graphic?
No.
That's a fake steak?
I'm telling you that it's all movie magic.
But it is a steak.
Yes, it's a steak, but it's exaggerated.
Oh, like the color, the redness, the
Yes.
seasoning,
Some
and
of
all
it
that
is
stuff.
like painted.
Okay, but hold on.
Just like the cereal.
Movie magic, you
Cereal
said.
in the commercials.
Yeah.
Okay, uses Elmer's glue instead of milk.
For what? To make
For
the splashing
milk.
sound?
Yes.
I don't know where you read this stuff, babe.
I'm telling you.
You read this online, right?
It's 100% true.
Okay.
Look
I
it
don't
up.
know. I don't know. I'm
Look it
going
up.
to. I'm going to. But now you confused me again. I'm a terrible mess right now. Because I'm so hungry. I feel like I feel like Lucky. That was his name in 101 Dalmatians.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he was like, "I'm hungry, mother. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole elephant."
Do you know that we had my uncle at his house had 2 dogs that they got that were puppies
They
And-
died as puppies?
that they had
Oh,
when they were puppies.
okay.
And one of them had a little horseshoe just like Lucky from 101 Dalmatians.
A little what?
A little horseshoe in their hair.
A horseshoe in their hair.
You do not know that that's why Lucky has the name Lucky?
No?
He has a horseshoe shape on his coat.
What? I
Yeah.
never saw that.
Okay, I'll show it to you later.
I think that's just his name because he was lucky.
No.
He was lucky. He's the one who was dying. He's the one that the dad was like, come on. And he started rubbing him when he was born as a puppy. And the housekeeper brought him to him. And he was like, this one didn't make it. And he was like, let's rub him. And then he woke up and they called him Lucky.
Lucky is one. Lucky is one of Pongo's and Perdita's 15 puppies. He was the puppy who nearly died soon after his birth. Oh yeah.
Wow, you're gonna question me
Yep.
on Disney movies?
Anyways, so I thought he had like a little horseshoe.
Is that what your uncle's dog had?
He did. So
Wow.
we named them Lucky.
Well, that makes sense.
Right? And then there was another dog that was the dog. Okay,
he was
so,
unlucky,
no, he was albino. He was completely white,
and you named him Milky.
whitey.
Okay.
But both parents were dark haired animals, and What's wrong with you? We need a commercial break. Missy over here lost it.
Dark-haired animals.
How do you say that?
Babe,
Okay,
what are you
hold on.
talking? What
So
kind of
how-
dogs are these? Do they even
They
have
were
hair?
mutts. They were mutts.
Oh my god.
They were just two dogs that were on the farm. I don't know what they.
Just continue. Continue.
Well, how would you say that?
Why? If I knew, like, you're talking about Lila? Like a dog like that she
No,
has
like
no...
black. It was black hair.
Okay, so...
Black hair, brown hair, like dark haired.
Did they have black and brown hair?
I don't know. They were dark haired animals. I don't know.
They were not white-haired animals. Do you see how that sounds?
I know, but that's the truth, though.
Let's just continue with the story.
So if you have a poodle, what color hair does a poodle have?
A poodle is white.
Okay.
And if you have a Rottweiler,
It's got black hair.
so it's a black dog.
Okay.
So
Whatever.
say your story.
Anyways, so this dog did not have one bit of color on it
What, babe?
at all.
It has to have color, babe.
No color.
You're
White.
saying that, okay, it's white.
But both parents, the two dogs that did their business
Wait,
and
were
created this animal.
did he have eyebrows?
Dogs don't have eyebrows. What are you?
Can you call Lila in here right now? That's one of the reasons why she
Dog.
creeps me out. She has eyebrows. Dogs are not supposed to have eyebrows.
Oh my God! This has become.
Did you know
This
that
is
she has
such.
eyebrows?
This is such a train wreck.
Were his eyes red?
No, they were not red.
He's not albino then. That's how you know an albino rat is an albino rat. Because it's white with red eyes and a pink
Okay.
tail.
Oh my goodness! You made this so much more difficult. The dog was completely white. He had not one drop of color on him, so we called him Whitey. And the other one had a little horseshoe on him, and called him Lucky. And the other dogs were given away.
The end. That was your story.
Yes, all that
To say,
that we had a dog named Lucky and Whitey.
why were you talking about dogs?
I have no idea. I know that there was a point to it.
I was saying that I'm like Lucky who said, I'm hungry, mother. And then you
Oh, yeah.
started talking about that.
You brought up the memory.
Oh.
You triggered the memory.
I triggered a memory.
And
We
then-
we just gotta let those flow because your memories don't get triggered like that.
No, not at all. What was the other thing that we said that you couldn't believe? Because I don't tell my stories.
That you created a video game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't remember stuff.
You do remember stuff. I feel like you don't think that your stories are interesting.
Maybe.
And so when I ask you, how many times did we have this conversation when you were younger? Tell me about your childhood. I have nothing to tell. I had a childhood.
I did have a childhood. You
Okay,
did
so
too.
when I say, what's your favorite candy? I don't have a favorite candy.
No,
What's your
I
favorite
did.
drink? I don't really have a favorite drink. And then all of a sudden you come out with like, the knockoff version of Crunch Bar? That's my favorite. 21 years, and
I
I've
didn't
never
say
known
that
this.
that was my favorite. I
Okay,
said
now
that
we are going to rewind,
No,
and we're
hold
going to
on.
listen to the
I
whole
said-
thing all over again.
I said that I picked those out. It's the little red ones.
And you prefer it. So, as your
I
wife,
prefer 'em
if I
to-
ever
No,
gave
hold on,
you
hold
a
on, hold on.
card that said,
Hold
I
on.
love you, Boogs,
Hold
and
on.
here's a chocolate.
Hold on. I said I prefer it to the Crunch Bar.
Okay, that's
When
my
you're
point.
comparing those two specifically to each other.
Right, and now I know you
If-
like Snickers.
If
and
somebody were to give me a Crunch Bar,
Didn't you ever play this game like when you were younger, maybe middle school, maybe high
I'll-
school,
I'll
where you're
take-
like, what's your favorite color?
Green. But I'll take a Snickers over either of those two.
Don't worry, I'm not going to buy you anything.
Or a,
I like Ferrero Rocher.
or a fancy.
Fancy.
I actually, you know what? I actually have to bring you the knockoff version
Oh,
of Ferrero.
wait, really?
I have
wanna
to
hear
bring you.
this.
I have to bring you the knockoff version of Ferrero Rocher.
Where do they sell this knockoff version? Because it was...
Presidente. No. Tropical. The one right there next to where we are in the morning.
No.
It's actually really good.
No, I heard some stuff in the next door neighbor app about that store.
Not the one down here. The one up there in Miami.
Okay.
So it's actually really good.
You've had the chocolate.
Yes.
Is it chocolate?
Yes.
It's not hazelnut spread. What do they call that
No.
hazelnut spread?
What do you think is in Ferrero Rocher?
Chocolate and a
And
nut
hazelnut spread.
and a wafer and little tiny peanuts.
Uh-huh. It's all part of it. This is a knockoff. It's not going to be exact. But it is actually really good.
I'll try it.
And it's like half the price.
But what is my favorite chocolate, period? I was just thinking that. You don't give me enough stories so that if we were ever in $1 million show where they're asking me questions about if your husband had to choose one candy in the world, what would it be? Final question, you win the $1 million. I lose.
What is your favorite chocolate?
What is my favorite chocolate? And I want you to think broadly. If I ever have an opportunity to have this chocolate, my answer is yes. Give me that chocolate.
The connection's
wow.
bad.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you should ask me more questions.
I don't know what your
Yes,
chocolate.
you do know.
And when you're gonna say it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah,
World's finest almond.
the one that the kids sell for
Wow.
$1.
And you act surprised. I can't with you.
I know you.
Can I buy those at the store? No, I cannot.
No, but I know that you like them. But I didn't know that that's your favorite candy in the
Ultimate
world.
favorite.
Really?
The almond one only. And the kids who come to the door, that's exactly what I tell them. If you have almonds, I'll take them all. If you don't, I'm not buying anything. And I've seen the panic on some of their faces. Like, wait, I'll go home. Hold on. I think Nikki actually had to sell some when she was in school, and I was like, give me all the almond
She
ones.
didn't sell anything. It stayed in our refrigerator, and when you had to cut her a check.
For the almond ones only.
We're at 164.
Yes. Okay, folks, thank you so much for tuning in today. The alarm's about to go off and dinner is about to be served. Please, I know that people listening right now, either we made them hungry or they sympathize because everyone has been at that moment where you can just sit down and have a good meal. And let me tell you all what we're having. Smoked chicken, which is the most tender chicken I've ever eaten anywhere. True or false?
Truth.
Oh, such creamy garlic mashed potatoes and green beans. That my green beans are pretty amazing.
Yes.
That's what we're having.
Yes.
All right, goodbye, everyone. Until next week.
Wait.
What?
You sure?
What? Are you trying to keep me here on purpose?
Why would I try and be keeping you here on purpose?
Because you like to see me struggling because I'm hungry?
Because you're hungry? I didn't know you were hungry.
Okay, bye now.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us this week. We will be back next week, and we'll have some stories from the land. Because Ketmi is going to go see her mom.
Oh, my God.
And she's going to leave me alone.
Are you kidding me? This episode is going to air on Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Before they know I'm there. I'm surprising them Tuesday afternoon. Wow. Just wow.
Well, hold on.
Of all the ways.
Wait.
Of all the ways that you could break the news.
Wait.
For you to do it this way
No.
is
Hold on.
unbelievable.
This is a test of... Oh, there's the ringer. This is... Hold on.
A test to see who actually listens?
A test to see who actually listens.
Do you know who is a faithful listener to the brand new episodes that air?
Who?
My mother. She told me, I stopped trying to catch up. I'm just listening to your brand new episode as soon as it airs.
Hi, Marmy.
Wow. Just don't let my brother hear this.
Hi, Marmy.
Okay, see? We should have said cut when I said we were leaving.
Well,
Bye now.
we didn't. Bye, guys. See you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Bye now.